boys and girls, ready for a math lesson? We are going to be learning about money. And money is just a counting pattern. So the first coin we're going to learn about is the penny. And a penny is worth 1 cent. So the counting pattern is ones. We're going to go over to my refrigerator, and you remember the magnetic money from school. We're going to count a set of pennies, and pennies counting pattern is what? By ones. So let's practice. We count by ones. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Our counting pattern is by one. This book is called All About Coins, Pennies. Okay, all about pennies. This is a penny. A penny is a coin worth 1 cent. So they have two sides. They have what we call heads up and what we call tails. So we have a top and a bottom, two sides to the coin. President Abraham Lincoln is on the front of the penny. He was the 16th president of the United States. President Lincoln was put on the penny in the year 1909 to celebrate what would have been his 100th birthday. Why are pennies bigger than dimes? When coins were first made in 1793, a dime was made of silver at the size equal to its actual value. If a penny had been made of the real value in silver, it would have been too small. Instead, pennies are made from copper and zinc. This page is going to repeat, so I want you to read it with me. Pennies are made at the United States Mint. How much is a penny worth? 100 pennies equals $1. Remember, pennies count by ones. 25 pennies equals a quarter. 10 pennies equals a dime. 5 pennies equals a nickel. In the 1960s, many stores sold candy for just 1 penny. This was called penny candy. Finding a penny on the ground is considered good luck. Pennies used to look different than they do today. This is a penny from the early 1900s known as the wheat penny. Some people like to collect these old coins. And this page is the same in all the books. Put your pennies and other coins in a piggy bank and watch how quickly your savings can grow. The next coin we're going to learn about are nickels. Nickels are worth 5 cents. It tells you right here it's worth 5 cents. So your counting pattern is by fives. So let's go over to my refrigerator and count by fives. Okay, our skip counting pattern is by fives. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Count by fives. Let's read a book about nickels. This is a nickel, the front and the back. A nickel is worth 5 cents. All of the money tells you either its name or how much it's worth somewhere on the coin. So you just turn the coin over and look at it and read, and somewhere it says how much it's worth. President Thomas Jefferson is on the front of the nickel. He was the 3rd president of the United States. Let me go back for a second. Where it says Monticello, that is Thomas Jefferson's home, and it is an historic home that you could go visit in Virginia. It's like a museum, but that's his house right there on the back of the nickel. President Thomas Jefferson was put on the nickel in 1938 to honor his many achievements as one of our nation's founding fathers. Why are nickels bigger than dimes? When coins were first made in 1793, a dime was made of silver at a size equal to its actual value. If a nickel had been made of the real value in silver, it would have been too small. Instead, nickels are made of metals called nickel and copper. Where are coins made? Nickels are made of the United States Mint, same in every book. How much is a nickel worth? $20 nickels equal $1 because we count by fives. Even though they're numbering it by ones, the counting pattern is fives. 5 nickels equals 1/4, 2 nickels equals a dime, and 1 nickel equals 5 pennies. During the 1960s, you could buy a scoop of ice cream for just 1 nickel. In 1931, there was a shortage of coins, so the wooden nickel was created and used for a short time. Now, wooden nickels are used as souvenirs or prize tokens. Nickels used to look different than they do today. This is a nickel from the early 1900s known as the Buffalo nickel. Some people like to collect these old coins. So there's the old nickel. And last page, put them in your piggy bank and watch your savings. The coin we're going to learn about today is the dime. It is our smallest coin, and notice on the back it tells you its name. The penny and the nickel told you how much they were worth. They said 1 cent on the penny. It's right here actually. It said 1 cent. But on the dime, it tells you the name. So you need to know that dimes are worth 10, and the counting pattern is by tens. Practice counting dimes by using our 10 counting pattern. So skip count by tens. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Count by tens. All about dimes. This is a dime. A dime is a coin worth 10 cents. President Franklin D. Roosevelt is on the front of the dime. He was the 32nd President of the United States. President Roosevelt was put on the dime to thank him for his charity that helped sick children. The name of that charity later became the March of Dimes. When coins were first made in 1793, a dime was made of silver. Today, dimes are made of metals called copper and nickel. I have a story to tell you about silver dimes. Let's finish the book though. Where are dimes made? All coins are made at the mint. How much is a dime worth? 10 dimes equals $1 because we count by tens. During the 1960s and 70s, making a call on a payphone only cost 1 dime. This was back before the time of cell phones. Lots of kids earn dimes by selling lemonade to their friends and neighbors. Dimes used to look different than they do today. This is what a dime looked like in 1936. Some people like to collect old coins. And again, put your dimes in a piggy bank and watch how quickly your savings can grow. Now for the story about dimes. My husband's grandfather collected silver dimes, and he lived in Texas, and their house was robbed, and the robber took the silver coins and the dimes and went out into the desert, and he melted the silver dimes in a cast iron frying pan into this big blob where the sheriff and police found him, and the dimes were all melted into a silver blob because they were made out of the real silver because they were the collectible dimes. Okay, so that's the story. Now that you know about pennies, nickels, and dimes, we're going to use the magnetic money, and we're just going to do 3 sets of money and count that set. And then I want you to work on your practice papers in the math packet, and also if you go online to Google Math, I'm going to assign the video that goes along with this, and the next day, tomorrow, you will have your quiz there online to take about money sets. All right, so let's go back to the refrigerator, and we'll do 3 practice sets, and then you work on your paper packet. All right. Okay, boys and girls, here's your first set of money. Can you count it? All right, count with me. Ready? 10, 15, 16, 17 cents. Second set. Ready? Count with me. 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 cents. Here's our last set to practice. Ready? Skip count and then change your skip counting patterns when we change to a different coin. Ready? So we have 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. 45 cents. Hey, boys and girls, we've been doing this every day in morning meeting. We count sets of money. So hopefully this will be easy for you to complete these packets. So make sure you watch these videos, work on your paper packet, and we will talk about it in Zoom. All right, thank you. See you later.